it for me, we would have liked to sign him, of course, because we were in for him, and he was, like I've said many times, if we can feel we can strengthen the team with a chance in the market, we never hesitate to do so, and that's what we try to do. But we played 1 or 2 days before we played Arsenal, where Ibu and Virgil played an outstanding game, and Joe came in 20 minutes before the end, Joe Gomez, and did outstanding as well. With us signing Giovanni Leone, who had his first international call-up, and Ryan and Watto that can play there. So it's not like all of a sudden we don't have options in that position anymore. It's a pity, but not only for us, but also for the player, I think. But he's in a good place, playing at Palace, where he won the Charity Shield and the FA Cup with a very good manager as well. So let's see what the future brings for him and for us.
Just to push it out, would you be thinking January or next summer?
If I'm thinking anything, you know that what I think, I don't tell you, but the thing I think most about is Burnley at the moment, I can assure you.
With that in mind, how ready is Alexander Isak to play for you and make his debut against Burnley? Because obviously he got his first minutes playing for Sweden against Kosovo. But also got to ask you as well what you make of the criticism he's received over the way things ended at Newcastle, and what kind of impact that has had on him, if anything at all.
Now, first of all, I think the Swedish manager Jan Dahl Tomasson deserves a big compliment, because he gets one of the best, maybe the best striker in the world in, and needs to play 2 very important games for his country, but understands that if he would play him twice 90 minutes, then probably the player would have been injured for multiple weeks, and that's not always easy for a manager, that he takes care of the interest of a player, and so he deserves a big compliment for that. And we will treat Alex the same as they did, so don't expect him to be every single game 90 minutes on the pitch. That's definitely not going to happen in the upcoming weeks. He missed a proper pre-season. I think he missed 3 or 4 months of team sessions, and so now we have to build him up gradually, with us playing so many games, hardly any training time. So that's going to be a challenge, but we've signed him not only for the upcoming 2 weeks, we've signed him for I think for 6 years. So yeah, this is what we have to keep in mind, and what the fans have to keep in mind if they see that I take him off at a certain moment, or I only bring him in for a small amount of minutes. That's all for the long-term fitness of the player.
And the criticism he's received?
In football there's always criticism, so sometimes people cheer for you. So I think after he won the League Cup, everyone was really happy with him, and in other moments you get criticized. This is part of his life, my life, our jobs, and now he's a player from us, and I'm really happy with that.
So you did mention Harvey as well, just obviously deadline day, Harvey.
Yeah. Another positive thing, I think, not only Harvey, but if I look at Luis Diaz, how he hit the ground running at Bayern Munich is a big compliment for our performance staff and the people that work in this building. So every time a player leaves, Tyler Morton does really well at Olympique Lyon. So that tells you how we bring players to other clubs. And Harvey is in a very good place, going to a very nice club with Aston Villa. I think it's in the interest of everyone. He didn't get the playing time he probably deserved for the quality player he is, and he conducted himself always so well. So it wasn't only when he said that this was his club that he wanted to say this to the fans. He acted inside with him not playing so much, but he was always doing what was in the best interest of the club. So he deserves a big compliment for that. I know everybody always talks about Mo and Virgil and the others if we win the league, but players like him were definitely also the reason why we could win it, because he always was positive, and if he had to play 5 or 10 minutes, he helped the team, and in every session he did. And that is partly the success of a team, that the ones that don't play that much have the right mindset, and I think he's completely ready now to show the quality he has at Aston Villa.
Arne, when you look at what Isak brings to the club, aligned with Mo and Ekitike and Wirtz and Gakpo, do you feel now you've got a core and variety in your squad to change games should you need to?
Yes, I do feel, but if the question is that the first time since you're a Liverpool manager, then the answer is no, because last season I could change games around with Diogo, with Darwin, with Lucio, with those three players that are not one for the reasons we all know, the other two that were sold. So yeah, that is what a club like Liverpool, what Jurgen probably could do in the past as well. This is normal at our club that we have multiple options and that we can change the game if necessary.
And looking ahead to this weekend, granted, players are only just coming back from international duty. Do you have a relatively clean bill of health? How are you shaping up for this weekend?
If the players are fit, that's I think they are. Yeah. We trained today for the first time with them. With most of them, the non-internationals did train with the under-21s this week already. Curtis Jones, of course, I don't know if you knew, but he got injured in the last game, so he will not be available for the game against Burnley. But I think the rest of them all came back without a problem, and that is almost that's not always the situation, especially not in the beginning of the season where everybody comes from a different background, going to the national team where they then all of a sudden have to play 2 games in 4 or 5 days, which is always the biggest risk in November and October, and in March they are much more used to that program. So we are happy that they are fit, and again, a compliment not only for the Swedish manager but also for the others, because a few others like Ryan Gravenberg didn't only started 1 game and not both of them.
Right, now Super Sunday this week sees the champions Liverpool travel to Turf Moor to face promoted side Burnley. Let's go live to their training ground now and check in with our reporter Vinny O'Connor. Vinny, very good morning to you. You can imagine, can't you, that Arne Slot will perhaps be pleased to have his players back together after that international break. What are the chances, though, that we could see a debut for Liverpool for Alexander Isak this weekend?
It's a good question, one we've been trying to work out, and obviously it is the first time we will have spoken to Arne Slot since deadline day, and Liverpool getting that record signing of Alexander Isak over the line. Of course, they missed out on deadline day with the signing of Mark Gay as well, so an opportunity to speak to Arne Slot about that. But a lot of focus will be on Alexander Isak. Of course, a slight delay to the start of his Liverpool career because of that international break. He did actually get his first minutes of the season playing for Sweden against Kosovo on Monday night, of course, and then 48 hours later, so on Wednesday, he was here at Liverpool's AXA Training Centre, meeting his new teammates for the first time, getting involved in his first training session as well. A number of pictures of him doing some gym work. Jeremy Frimpong was in the gym as well as he continues his return to fitness. And then Isak was out with the rest of his teammates out on the grass as well. So it's difficult to really judge just how ready he is for Premier League action, given the way things went with Newcastle and the fact that he's not played in the Premier League so far this season. But then again, you look at his strike rate for Newcastle as well, a goal every 1.5 games, or around about that at least anyway. 62 goals in 109 games for Newcastle in total. It was 4 of those actually in that time were against Liverpool in actual fact. So, yeah, it is obviously a question that we will put to Arne Slot, just how ready is Alexander Isak? But the fact is, Liverpool have got so much ahead of them in this coming month now as well. He's going to be a very important and integral member of this squad as Liverpool look to progress their 100% start to the season.
Well, that's just it, isn't it, Vinny? It has been the perfect start for the defending champions. 3 wins from 3 in the Premier League. Just how important is it that they keep that momentum going into this next block of matches, starting with Burnley?
Yeah, I think this is a key month once again. September into October, building up to that next international break. And Liverpool, I think, have got around 7 games in the next 21 days or so. And you look how congested it is, because it's very much weekend, midweek in terms of the fixture list. Obviously, we mentioned on Super Sunday they've got Burnley, of course, then it's straight on to Atletico Madrid on the Wednesday night. The Merseyside derby follows that next Saturday. Then Southampton, of course, in the League Cup the following Tuesday, before Palace away the Saturday after that. Then it's Galatasaray away on the Tuesday to end the month, and then before Chelsea away takes them into the international break as well. So a really congested set of fixtures once again coming up. Liverpool looking to obviously compete on all fronts once again this season, and as I say, a real crucial month coming on just to build on what has been the perfect start so far.
Vinny, thank you.